Look, I have been making videos since the days of Hi8 digital tapes and needing to buy a custom internal video capture card for a gateway computer with a 300 MHz Intel Celeron processor. And nearly everything I made, well, was a silent film. Because if you cannot get the audio right, your video is fucked. Simple as that. Of course, now, 30 years later, it's pretty easy to get good audio. It's also still pretty easy to fuck up that audio or even get lost down a tech hole that ends up costing you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. So, as someone who has spent entirely too much money on audio gear I do not use, and being the fan of simplicity that I am, I gotta tell ya, I absolutely fucking love this thing. My name is Krumbine and this is Emergency Creative. I make videos about the intersection of creative expression, creative process, and mental health. So if that sounds interesting, be sure to like and subscribe. In the spirit of not burying the lead any deeper, this is the Rode Interview Pro. It is an entirely self-contained condenser microphone, meaning it has built-in storage to record directly inside the microphone. It doesn't need a computer or an audio interface to record. It is also wireless. And it works with Rode's wireless receivers. Personally, I do not have one, so I just use it as an independent recorder, but that was already a core part of my video workflow, recording audio and video separately and then syncing it up in post. This thing also records in 32-bit float, which basically means I can never blow out my levels. If you've gotten lost trying to finesse and find the sweet spot for your audio gain, 32-bit float is for you. Now, this isn't cheap. Retailing at $250. But considering I have an SM7B kit in my sound booth for corporate work, a couple of $100 USB dynamics, and a grab bag of assorted mics and audio recorders, I could have saved myself so much time because this thing is as good as it is versatile. Obviously, right, it's great for hand-holding. One of the specific things I was looking for was a simple, more traditional microphone aesthetic that wasn't the copy-paste YouTuber holding their USB mic in front of them. Check and check. It is battery powered and the battery lasts forever. Certainly long enough for a 20 or 30 minute recording session, plus several more hours. I tried looking up what it was rated for and I couldn't find it. It just lasts. It just goes and goes. I'm not tethered to a computer, which was my prior setup with the dynamic, and I am free to move around, obviously. You know, another aesthetic / style consideration that I was mindful of. Check and check and check. But it's still just a simple stick mic. So I can clip it to a stand or a boom arm, and I can move it just out of frame and still get fantastic quality audio. That is because the condenser capsule is designed to capture audio from all around the microphone, not just where it is pointed. You have to be a little bit more mindful of ambient noises. This is the fan in my key light. as I knock my other lights. So if I get closer to a fan or other, like those ambient noises, that'll bleed in. You have to be more mindful of that than with a dynamic mic. But for me, the flexibility and simplicity has more than made up for that. I'd love to see a version of this microphone that cuts the wireless and about $100 off the MSRP. So, this without this for $150. But the worst thing about this microphone, aside from the price, is that it is called the Rode Interview Pro. Sure, man on the street interviews are perhaps the target use case for this thing, but I think a lot of creatives might overlook it just because of its name. Don't. Flexible, simple, and I am a huge fan of simplicity. Look, shortcuts are great because they get us to our destination faster. And in the creative space, that means realizing our creative vision, capturing an idea, and being able to iterate, improve, and grow. The faster we get there, the better our art becomes. The Rode Interview Pro is an all-in-one, handheld, versatile audio shortcut. Yes, there are other ways to get to the destination, cheaper ways, and maybe even faster ways. But if you are looking for a versatile, self-contained, handheld mic, just keep it simple. That's it for this one. Like and subscribe if you like liking and subscribing. If you want to support the channel, consider checking out my novels at the link in the description. And if you want to hear how this mic sounds as a proper off-camera boom, don't keep listening here, but watch this other video where I argue with myself. Drink?